It's fine. All right, we're now joined by Michigan student athletes Namari Burnett and Adai Mara. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions for the student athletes. Please raise your hand if you have a question. We have a question here on the right.
Yeah, Charles Post, SB Nation. Namari, what do you think went wrong during that run to start the second half where Purdue kind of seized control?
Braden Smith and Trey Kaufman ran just getting to their, I guess their bag. We definitely prepared for it and planned for it. And, those guys have really, really good abilities, and they work off each other well, and they just got hot. And, we just failed to get stops. So.
Okay, question front left.
Jake Singer with SB Nation. I know it's a tough result, but shouldn't necessarily affect the seeding in the NCAA tournament. Not exactly what you guys wanted, but how do you guys use this as fuel and have to do that quick turnaround in the next few days to lock back in and try to go perfect the rest of the way?
I think we have to feel this pain right now. We got to use it for the next month. We know the month that we have ahead, so we just got to be ready, be better, and feel this right now because it doesn't feel good, and use it to be better in the tournament. So.
All right, we've got a question here back left.
Namari, your basketball career has taken you a long way, kind of around to be here playing United Center, kind of in your hometown. What is the lessons that you've learned that's led you to this moment?
Besides the loss tonight, these are dreams that have come true. To play for Michigan, to play for Dusty, to play in the United Center. Go out, playing in Chicago, my hometown. These are dreams that come true, and these are times that I pray for.
All right, question here front left.
Particularly, Purdue had a really strong showing inside the paint tonight. Really, I think it was 40-plus points they were able to score inside the paint with their front court really dominating. Can you just talk about what they were doing really effectively, consistently getting inside and converting, and what you guys can do going forward to mitigate that?
I think we let Clav get in deep catches, so he was able to score really easy baskets around the rim. Also, they went, as he said, to the goal move, I would say, with Smith and TKR, and I think that will be the why they score so many points. Just letting them get to the paint and score easy baskets.
All right, any additional questions for the student athletes here back third row?
Brandon Carr, clickondetroit.com. This question is for both the players. All losses aren't really losses. You can learn lessons from these losses. What's some of the lessons that you guys can take away from this loss, I guess?
Yeah, the lesson that we'll take away from this is will be applied directly to practice as we go and get ready for the NCAA tournament, to be more physical in the areas that we need to, and to fight through ball screens with a little bit more aggression for us guards and the bigs, doing what they do. And this is, although we didn't want this to happen, we plan to go 3 of 3, Big Ten tournament championship and NCAA. But this is a part of the process, and we're going to use this as fuel into this next month of basketball.
All right, Adai?
No, as he said, we're going to watch film, and we're going to try to know what we did wrong, and just keep getting better as a team. I think that this loss and Duke loss, all the losses that we had this season, make us know that we are not unbeatable. We can lose the games too, so we cannot relax during the games. So I would say that just keep learning, keep improving, and make sure that we don't relax during the games.
All right, thanks, guys. You can head back to the locker room. Appreciate it. Let's now take questions for Coach May. Question here front left.
Yes, same question to you, Coach May. Jake Singer with SB Nation. Despite the loss, team has to really turn around really fast over the next few days. How do you instill in your team to use this as fuel going forward, knowing that you don't really have many days to rest, and you have a few days of practice before you really got to lock in to be perfect?
Well, we'll have to get back and get our opponent and start preparing the scouting report. But we'll refer back to a couple lessons we learned from this game. I want to begin by congratulating Purdue. 4 games in 4 days, and for their 3 seniors that have been together for a long time. It looked like they really found something deep inside. And when you start the year preseason number 1, you have 2 first-team All-Americans, and it doesn't go as planned. You come in here as a 7 seed with your back against the wall and play the way they did and perform the way they did it's impressive, and especially I thought TKR, I thought his force around the rim, I thought Braden's ability to manage the game, 21 assists, 2 turnovers against constant pressure was very admirable. But overall, they earned it. We weren't at our best, but obviously Purdue has something to do with that.
Okay, second row right.
Seth Berry, Michigan on SI. Dusty, it feels like as the season has gone, teams have gotten increasingly physical defensively against you guys. I feel like that was the case this weekend. How do you feel like that kind of disrupted your rhythm, maybe just other teams' physicality, and what do you do with that adjusting moving forward to the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I don't know. We typically the NCAA tournament I don't think is going to be quite this physical, but you never know. We've got to do a better job of adjusting to however the game's being called. If it's called close, we need to adjust. If it's prison ball, we need to adjust, and so we have to do a better job.
Okay, front row right.
Yeah, Charles Post, SB Nation. I'm sure you don't have a ton of information, but what happened with the axle? It looked like left ankle, and was he trying to stay in the game?
He came back in the game, yeah. I think on that last spin, he stepped on either Lawyer or Braden Smith's foot.
Gotcha. And what did you see from him in general this game? It seemed like when Purdue was kind of taking control, he got a little more aggressive and ended up with 20, I believe.
Yeah, I thought he was aggressive. I thought that he had a couple opportunities around the rim that just didn't drop. He made really good plays. I thought he guarded Braden Smith very well, and obviously the stat sheet doesn't show that, but I thought his energy, Braden never wore down. Obviously you could tell he was fatigued from the mount, but it didn't faze him. He just has that much mental strength and capacity.
Okay, question back left.
Hey, Dusty, when you talk about Namari, this is a guy's playing in Chicago, it's his hometown. You've got a lot of players that have had a lot of experiences in different ways and shapes and forms, and he might get overshadowed by guys like Axel naturally because Big Ten Player of the Year and all that other kinds of things. But what kind of role has Namari carved out for this team?
He's carved out a role where it's just whatever the team needs. He's there to bring it. I thought he did a nice job on the offensive glass tonight. He made some shots. He finished with power around the rim. I thought he played well tonight. Obviously we're a team that's very balanced, and these guys have all sacrificed a lot to get to this point. And so very, very proud of him and to be his coach. And most importantly, he's an A-plus human being. He's got a heart of gold, and he continuously just gives to other people and represents our team, our athletic department, our university in the highest esteem.
Okay, any additional questions for Coach? Thanks,
Thank you,
Coach.
guys.
Appreciate it. Best of luck in the postseason.